Welcome back to Astrologist, and I am Leela. Today we are going to discuss about the topics of economics in the chapter of the behavior of consumer, the introduction of the economics. So let's start discussing about that. So first of all, in economics we have discussed about the wants, as the human wants are basic things for all the economic activities, and the human wants are all the basic of these economics, and the human wants are the basis for economics, and also the introduction of economics is also because of the human wants. Without human wants, anything, this economics and this all these things would not be there. So the human wants are very important ones. So we have discussed human wants and types of human wants, and now we are going to discuss a term called utility. So here utility means utility. It means utility means it is a property of satisfying the human wants at a point of time. Means it is a measurement of purely utility is a imagination of the economics. The economists have developed the concept of utility. The concept of utility was developed by the economists of olden days, and the utility means here it is an standard units of measuring the satisfaction of a human wants at a particular point of time. So in the utility, the unit of utility is util. It is a single. Util means single, utils means plural. So here utils means it is a plural of a util. So util or utils is the unit of the utility. Utility means the satisfaction of human wants at a particular point of time. So there are mainly four types of utility. Number one, farm utility, right? Farm utility. Farm utility. It is basically means farm utility means if there is a thing called there is plastic. So if plastic is in its form, there is no demand for the plastic in its native form. If the plastic is changed into this marker, and this marker has a demand in the market, like this, the farm utility, the product acquires a utility when it is its size, in shape and color, it's changed into something. And also if wood is in a natural form, there is no utility for wood. But when wood is converted into the doors or any window type structures, then it gets utility, and because of the utility, demand of the windows or wood increases. Like this, the farm utility means changing of shape, size, color of any substance leads to the gain of utility. Like that, changing of shape, size and color of a substance leads to the gaining or acquiring of utility of that product. Like this type of utility is called as a farm utility, right? Farm utility. And the next one we are going to discuss is about, after the farm utility, we are going to discuss about place utility. Place utility. So here mainly place utility means, if for suppose take an example of vegetables, right? Vegetables are there in if the vegetables are there at a production place, means if the vegetables are at farms, means at farming agricultural lands, they have no demand. But when the agriculture products of vegetables are brought into the market, they gain utility because of the place. Because in market there is so much demand for the vegetables, but whereas there in the production place of vegetables, the vegetables have no utility. Like this, any object or any substance or any product, if it gains utility because of the place transfer, then it is called as a place utility. So this is about place utility, and number 3 it is we are going to discuss about. First one is a farm utility, second one is place utility, and the third one is a time utility. Or suppose take example of rice. The farmers will produce rice at a certain season, but when they produce, the rice has no utility. So in that situation, the wholesalers will brought them into the cold storages, and they will keep the rice bags in the cold storages, and they will wait up to the time when the rice will get demand in the market. They will wait up to the time when if the farmers have produced rice in June, for suppose do not take rice. Now we are taking mangoes, right? Mangoes have so much demand in the season of summer, right? So if the farmers have produced the mangoes in a January month, for suppose, then the mangoes will be kept at cold storage, and the owners of the owners who have bought the mangoes, they will wait up to the season or the particular season of the mangoes, and that time the mangoes will be more produced also, and the mangoes get a higher demand. This is called as a time utility. If any product or object gets utility or demand because of the time, means like mangoes or like rice, then this type of utility is called as a time utility. So first we have discussed about farm utility, place utility, time utility. So friends, it is about a time utility number 3, and the number 4 is a service utility. Service utility. So in service utility, for suppose take an example of a teacher. The teacher will teach the student. This will directly help the student to get on in his life. So this type of services will help the people to grow up in their life, and this type of utility is called as service utility. If any person or anything gets utility or a demand because of the services done to that particular product or particular person, then it is called as a service utility. So like that there are 4 types of utilities. Number 1 is a farm utility, and number 2 is a place utility, number 3 is a time utility, and number 4 is service utility. So like this is about the utility. So friends, now we are going to discuss about the goods. Actually there are 2 types under the goods. Number 1, it is a free goods, and number 2 is economic goods. So what is the difference between free goods and economic goods? Means here the free goods means the goods such as air, water, or the air, water, or sunlight. All these goods are called as free goods. They have no worth in the market. We don't have to buy them, or we don't have to exchange them in the by money or etc. So like these goods are called as free goods. Means the goods which are present in abundant quantities are called as free goods. If the goods are present in abundant quantities, there is a surplus amount of the quantity present for the whole world. So in that situation, it is called as a free goods. Like air. If we take the example of air, number 1, the air is present for a total whole world. So the whole world has sufficient amount of air. So in case of air, we don't have to pay for it for getting this. We don't have to pay, or we don't have to exchange anything for getting air. The air is free for everyone. Everyone can use this as a utility of air. So like this, the air is one of the example of free good. And number 2, it is water. So if we take example of water, for there are many uses of water, right? But even though we don't have to pay for water, as because it is presented on earth of sufficient quantities or abundant quantities. So like that, if the supply of any good is sufficient, then we don't have to pay for it. Like that, air is one of the thing, and second one is water, and the third one is sunlight. So for sunlight also, even though it is very important for the D vitamin, or even though it is very important for the plants, for the photosynthesis process, for all those things, but we don't have to pay for the sunlight, because the sunlight is also present in abundant quantities in our earth. So like this, the quantities which are plentiful of the demand, then these type of products or these type of goods are called as a free goods. Means the free goods, in the case of free goods, the supply of these goods are very high. More than required. So like these cases, the goods are called as free goods, and there are many examples like air, water, sunlight, tides, waves of water, and all those things are called as a free goods. Now coming to the economic goods, here comes the main one. So in economic goods, so now we are going to discuss about the economic goods. Here comes, if the materials like wood or trees are examples of the free goods, right? So when these free goods are turned into, actually wood is also not a free good, we have to pay for it. So if wood is turned into a table or a chair, then it is turns into an economic good, because we have to buy the chair. The chair will not be available for free for us, right? Because the chair is made like that, its shape is changed because of industries. Industries do many processes to turn the wood into chair, and they will cost for it for doing that. So like that, the chair is one of an economic good. And also not only chair, many things are economic goods. If any object or any product, physically we do any work on it to change its shape or its size or its color, then it is called as an economic goods. For otherwise, then the demand for, now take economic goods. The demand for the economic goods is very high, but the supply of economic goods is very low. So in this case, this type of goods are called as an economic goods. For the free goods, we don't need to work for getting those goods like air, water, sunlight, and winds, tides, etc. But for getting the economic goods, we have to work, and we have to exchange something like cash to get that objects. So like that, these type of goods are called as an economic goods. And the economic goods are like a pen, pencil, bike or car or phone or laptop or mobile or anything. All these types of goods are called as an economic goods. Even land is also economic goods. Land is also a property of economic goods. So even for getting land also we should pay for it, right? Even for rent or even for permanently, we have to pay for getting the economic goods. So like this, if we have to work for getting the economic goods, and this type of goods are called as an economic goods. And the free goods are nothing but the things which are very abundantly available, so we don't need to work for them. So this is the difference between the free goods and economic goods. These are main types of goods under the economics. So like this, and even though these type of goods such as air, water, sunlight are free goods, nowadays we also do pay for getting them. So if, for example, for getting an oxygen tank, we have to pay for it, right? Even it is a free good, we have to pay for oxygen tanks. And even water is free. We are buying water at 20 rupees or like 30 rupees, like Tata water bottles and mineral water bottles. We have to pay for water also. So like this, these type of free goods are also turned into economic goods. So friends, these are the different types of goods. And today we are closing up to now, and in the next session we are going to discuss about some more interesting topics. So please please subscribe to our channel if you like this video, and please do share and hit the bell button. Thanks.